everyone, welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. And tonight's topic is psycho Brooklyn woman casually shot a woman in the head on on the sidewalk. Okay, today we're going to be discussing doing a couple of stories, and it's going to be all basically in New York. So we're going to have three crime stories, and afterwards I'm going to talk a little bit about the governor of New York. Then I'm going to get into the mayor of New York City. It's just a mess. It's just too much stuff is just happening over here in New York. All right, so you see right here in New York, but the first story we're going to focus on is going to be the sad story of how this woman just shot this other woman right here in the head on the Brooklyn sidewalk. She is completely psycho. She is totally out of her mind. This woman has been in this lady's house, in her mother's house, broke bread with them. I think she was even living there temporarily or whatever. You know, you just never know. People are just outright just crazy. You just don't know. Oh. You just don't know. Does everybody hear me clearly? Make sure, because I'm going in over here. I want to make sure everybody hear me clearly. Hey, don't mod on deck. Mod on deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But this is just insane. Just insane. So we're going to get into this story. And I want to say to Diamond Diva, that's my girl. Love you for my heart. And she addressed this to me. And also Jack had addressed it to me. But I was thinking about doing it. I wasn't too sure. But I am going to discuss. So thank you, Diamond Diva. I'm doing this topic because this is just crazy. It's just totally incensed. Yes, you can hear me. Big Chief 60, thank you so much. And hopefully everybody's having this as a blessed day and a great day, a wonderful day. And my co-host is the real Jack Newtown. Say what's up. Are you there? Jack? Jack. Oh boy, I hope you can hear me. I got everybody off here. Oh, he's muted for a second. Okay. All right, let me change this here. Okay, so we're going to get into this first one here. The first article. But first, let me greet the people that's here, and then I will get into the articles. Like I said, this is going to be the first topic for today. And also, Ryan, everything is fine. Thank you for coming tonight. Blessings, blessings, blessings to you. I got my jacket. Don't need a man. Stop telling me I do. Hugs and kisses to you, girl. Glad to have you. All right. And who else do we have up here? Big Chief 60. Blessings to you. My dome. Hugs and kisses. All right. My bad times complete. Oh, you saying the times of the live? But you're here. Hugs and kisses. Love you, brother. Love you, love you, love you. All right, good. So everybody said they can hear me. Okay, so we're going to get into crime story number 1. All right, everybody just work with me because, I know, don't laugh at me. I'm getting this StreamYards here. Okay, crime story number 1 that we're going to get into. This psycho Brooklyn woman casually shot a woman in the head on the subway. Yes, I said that. Yes, she did. Okay, what I was hearing was earlier that there was a funeral. So this psycho chick was at the funeral, and the one that she shot was at the funeral. But nothing happened at the funeral. But later on, out in front of the building of her house, shoots her right dead smack in the head, and it just lazily walk over to the car like it's nothing. Okay, so I'm going to read the article, and after the article, I'm going to, I believe I have a news clip. I'm going to play like a news clip, and then we're going to get into it from there. All right, let me start with this article here. Let me change the picture. This is just a mess, man. All right, here's the beautiful victim. Victim Ken says the suspect in the brazen New York City killing caught on camera was a family friend. Ken of the Brooklyn woman killed by a female shooter in the brazen caught on video camera says that the victim was lured to her death with a phone call and that her murderer was a family friend they recognized from the footage. She was on the block with us. She got a phone call, and when she got the phone call, she said, "I'll be right back." Longtime pal Sean Johnson 43 recalls Friday referring to the victim as Dahlia Johnson. That's her name, Dahlia Johnson, 42. If y'all need more information, check the description, please. 20 minutes later, somebody called me and told me that she got shot. He said that Dahlia, I told him he was lying. I was just standing with her. I was just standing here with her. Police released two zoomed in video. Excuse me. Released two zoomed in photos of the suspect killer Friday, and the family members said that they recognized her from a snapshot showing the woman's face. I know her, explained Dahlia's mother. Let me show you the mother. She is so heartbroken. I know her, explained Dahlia's mother. Dahlia Barry. Oh my God. She used to stay with us. She slept in my bed, ate my food. Now tell me that's not trifling. See? You let somebody in your house and they do something trifling like this. Okay. One of the victim's younger sister, I can't pronounce her name, called the suspect a family friend who came to our house, events, celebrations, holidays, whatever you want to call it. She came. Cops declined comment. The motive is still unclear. Another sister, I can't pronounce her name, Barry, another one, his sister said, I know in my heart that somebody called her and knew what it was and set my sister up. So this is basically was a setup. She got the phone call, went over there, because the way it just happened, it had to be like some sort of setup. Okay, nobody can tell me other words, she said. Dahlia was talking on the phone on a crowded public Heights Street Tuesday around 9:40 p.m. when an assailant with a purse walked up to her and blasted her in the head before nonchalantly walking back to the double-parked SUV and driving slowly. Okay, let me show you these little clips here. So, look at this clip right here. She walks up to her like nothing. She just got out that car, that little white car right there. She just got out. Nothing. Just walks up to her. Everybody's just talking. The lady in the red just talking to the people that's on the stoop. Probably talking about the funeral they was at earlier, correct? She walks up to her, blasts her right there in her head. Right there in front of everybody. No, she didn't feel nothing, right? Then she walks away. The girl in the red is there on the floor. You know, dead blood just all
Donna,
over the place.
So she basically went BAM!
Yeah, she did. You know what I mean? Look at it. She walked into the car. You see it, Jack? She walked to the car like it's nothing. She gets into the car and then she just drives off.
Yeah, so
like it's
this
nothing.
is her so-called friend, right?
Yeah, this is her friend. The mother said that she ate at the house. She slept over there. They broke bread together and all that kind of stuff. Yes.
Now, I'm just curious, Donna. Now, I know some people may get a little upset. Did these two have, like, a relationship?
You know what? Either this was a man or maybe them two did have a relationship. That's what I was thinking, because it just doesn't make sense. Or it could be the extreme jealousy, because another article, something I was reading, and said that the lady that got killed, she had her own business. So she was doing her thing. She was an entrepreneur kind of thing. So, sometimes females get jealous of another thing because, she's a loser. The one, the killer, she's a loser. She's doing her life. So she could be jealous of her friend doing something. Or maybe they was intimate partners. You never know. Or maybe it's for a guy. We don't know. But somewhere along the line, Jack, jealousy.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Envy.
Jealous
is the number one killer amongst black folks.
Yeah, it's sad, right? All right, let me finish this article. Okay, what was that? Okay, on the night of Dahlia's death, she was looking for a parked spot when she saw the ambulance, not realizing that her big sister was a victim. They were whisking away. God, dog. Her sister's pulling in. Didn't know that it was for her sister. God, dog. I ran down the street trying to get to her, but by the time I got there, they took her. The sister recalled. Damn it. I hope they catch this B. I hope they catch him. Beat the crap out of her. All right. That's heartless, she said, weeping of the shot. My sister didn't deserve that at all. Dahlia Barry said that she just wanted to know what happened. Why did you slaughter her like that? The sobbing mom said, addressing the daughter's killer. I'm almost done, y'all. Hang in there. I just wanted to know why. What could have she have done to you that couldn't come and knock on my door to tell me? I would have straightened it out for the both of you all, the mother said. You are hurting families. I'm in so much pain. I don't know what to do. And it is true, the mother's just dying. She's just going out of her mind. She was my baby. This person that shot my daughter, my God, has mercy on my family because we put curses on ourselves when we do things. Mm. The mother described how Johnson was her firstborn child who excelled in piano and tap dancing and later caretaking when the mom's health started to fail. Oh, so she's probably living with the mother, Jack, and taking care of the mother, the firstborn, because she wasn't, her health wasn't so well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this I feel like crying. Oh Lord, this is so
So
sad.
and it's sad that children have to do that because that's a double burden for them. Um, I mean, I understand people, this, my mother's not 100% full health,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I still look out for her. Um, but I know that's a heavy burden on the oldest having to care for the mother's special health decline because I personally believe that's not really should be the children's job to do so. That should
You
be
have
like the spouse.
well, might
But
not have been no spouse,
I
Jack.
know that's what I'm about to say. I was about to say that,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
in the world we live in, it's a little bit different now.
Diamond Diva, I see you in the chat. Hugs and kisses. Love
Yeah.
you, girl.
So it's tough. So now the
Yeah.
burden on the kid.
All right.
Uh,
Let me
and I wouldn't wish that on mine either. I wouldn't do that. I'd rather just drop dead
mm,
before I sit up there and become a vegetable.
mm. Well, let me finish up this article. I'm almost done here. Oh, so sad. There she go. There she go. There she go. The mother described. I never thought of so much pain. But where am I at? Okay. I'm going to miss her bringing me some food when I wasn't feeling well. When a child can wash and clean their own mother, that's love. Oh, she's really sick. God, don't. All right. She says that that you got my nerves. Wait a minute. She say that you get my nerves sometimes. It must be when she's talking, Mama. But I love you. I said, oh gosh, I can't. This is too emotional. You get on my nerves, but I love you too. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Jeez, jeez. But they do have a thing, Jack. It depends. I think it all go by your income. Like, when sometimes the children have to take care of the kids. I mean, the children have to take care of their parents, and
Uh,
they don't want to put the parents in a nursing home because these people beat on these
yeah,
senior
assisted
citizens.
living. Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? But
that's the other.
they'll pay the kids to be the home attendant.
Yeah, because that's another situation you got to be concerned about too.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
remember I did a story about that in the nursing home. But let's. This is just so sad. Oh my God, this is just you got to be kidding me. All right, let me go into the comments, Jack, and see who came up in here before I get in. Do I see my girl Annette? I love you, Annette. Okay. Think of my Diamond Diva. All right, who else came up in here? All right, I did greet Big Chief. I got my dome on deck. Don't need a man. Hugs and kisses to you. Harold, welcome, welcome, welcome this evening. This is just so sad. Oh my gosh, I got more stories. I'm probably on the time period now. This seems like, yeah, she's just totally trifling. Dude, this no other way to describe it, but trifling to the max. Donna Reed Love, hugs and kisses to you, Diva. Yeah, totally, just totally. All right, what else she said here? The way that she walked up to her and she wasn't expecting it kind of looks like a setup. Yeah, that's what I'm saying in the article. This was some sort of setup, Dom Diva. This no. This was a setup because she got a phone call. This whole thing was plotted, and it's somewhere a form of jealousy. Maybe they might have been lovers, maybe not. It might have been for a guy, maybe not. This woman was an entrepreneur. She had her own business. Sometimes friends get jealous. That's why you can't share your success with other people. Not everybody's happy for you. They want to sabotage your success. So it could be that one. There goes my Ned. Hugs and kisses. 12, welcome here tonight. I didn't hear this. Oh, you didn't hear about this story? Ooh, I got some more stories. Some of you heard about this because I'm going in on New York tonight. Okay. NYC has lost their mind. Okay. Teresa, my dear, hugs and good night and blessings to you.
Did they
Yeah,
say
this is.
what she shot her with? It sounded like she shot her with a revolver or something. Because
Yeah,
did
they
they
didn't
find any
say.
bullet casings?
But it took out quick. They shot her right there in the head. Right in the
Yeah.
head. Right in the
Yeah,
head.
I was wondering what type of gun she used because if there are no bullet casings, she used a revolver. That's an assassin's way.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. That's a darn shame. All right, let me see what else my girl Diamond Diva Eats says. I know the story was very interesting. Something not right about it, and I think that they did say it has something to do with a man, somebody's baby daddy. It's either you right, Diamond D got something to do with a dude, or maybe they was lovers or something. But kind of like I guess you said, crime with passion kind of thing. It's kind of similar to one, maybe. All right, I believe that we put curses on ourselves when we do things like this. I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay. Let me see. Yes, Harold. This is insane. I got more stories to come, so just hang in there. All right, I ain't done with this New York thing. Okay. I was gonna show the video of this shooting, and I don't have it up here, y'all. All right, we're just gonna move it to crime story number 2. I'm just gonna show the pictures one more time on this crime story here. How it all, I guess, how would you say how it all started? So you see her right here in this picture. She walks up to her. The girl doesn't even know anything was happening. She's just talking to the people that's on the stoop. One of those hot summer days what New Yorkers do. They hang out in front of the stoop. It is what it is. All right. She walks up to her, shoots her right in the head in front of everybody. Doesn't feel any way. Doesn't feel any way. Look at she's dressed to kill. You heard that? Dressed to kill. Mm-hmm. So she walks away. Body's on the floor. She walks away. She gets in the vehicle. Whatever. But there was a clip, Jack. Listen to this. There was a clip, and I couldn't find it. That some guy went up to her car and tapped it on the car, like bang bang, like go go. You know what I'm talking about, Jack? Like that kind of signal. Jack, am I talking to myself, Jack? Are you there with me?
Hold on. I'm trying to get something here. Let me see if I can.
Oh, okay. All right. Jack's busy in the background.
Let me
Okay.
see. I'm trying to put up a. Okay.
Oh,
Can I
Jack.
show this video?
You can do it on here. Yeah, you can show it. How do we do it?
Is you see it?
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to take off the picture? How do I do it? Oh, I just click on here. Excuse me, everybody. I'm still learning stream, y'all. So y'all just work with me. So just press add the stream. That's it.
Yeah. Well. Okay. And
Thank you. This was the one. Thank you, Jack. Make it big. Blow it up.
Okay.
Let me turn down the music. Hold second. All right. Hold second, Jack. All right. Go ahead. Everybody's watching. Now hold a second before you start, Jack. To everybody, if this might be too much for you, I completely understand if you want to exit the live stream. I understand you want to come back later. I clearly understand because this might be a little bit too graphic. So I respect, people's feelings and stuff. So if you want to leave, I understand. Okay, Jack, go ahead, please. Y'all see that? She didn't feel no way. Yep. It just drove off. Do it again. Play it again. I want people to see this. This is insane. This is completely insane. She didn't feel no way. She walks out the car calmly with her little drink in her hand, little cocktail, pop, and goes right into the car. And there was a dude in the back. Maybe it's not on this clip, Jack, but there was somebody who knocked on that car. Another guy, like, hey, go. Something not right, Jack. Something not right. Okay, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. I love myself some Jack. He always on point with me here. Always on point. Okay, we're gonna get into crime story number 2, everyone. All right. It might have been too much, right? Crime Story 2. And there's going to be something else that's going to be a little bit more graphic, too. You might want to exit to it, but I'll let you know ahead of time when we get to Crime Story number 3, okay? Might be too much for you. All right, Jack, we're going to get into this Crime Story number 2. This piece of crap, low life. We got a low life up in here, okay? This low life. Yeah, this low life here. We're going to talk about this low life. Ooh, I can't stand these type of dudes. I can't stand them. That's right. Donna, we'll put you on blast. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get into this low life right here. I'm going to read the article. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, we're going to get into Crime Story number 2. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read this article. We're going to talk about this low life right here. This low life raped a 7-year-old woman gunpoint in the stairwell in Bronx, New York. Yes, we're going to talk about the Bronx. First, we talked about Brooklyn. Now we're going to talk about the Bronx. Then we're going to get into Manhattan. We focus on NYC today. Sicko, sicko, and more sicko. All right, I'm going to read the article and then I'm going to show you a video clip. All right, this article came out August 3rd. This is from Pix 11. Belmont, the Bronx. A 7-year-old woman was raped at gunpoint as she entered the Bronx apartment building last month. Police said it happened on July 27th around 2 a.m. in the building. In the Belmont neighborhood, police said. When the woman entered her apartment building, she was approached by a man who was wearing 2 plastic masks, authorities said. The suspect then displaced a firearm and forced her into the stairwell where he sexually assaulted and raped her at gunpoint, according to the police. Do y'all hear this? This piece of crap right here? This low life right here. Straight up low life. Mom and daddy laid down and made a piece of crap and it was called you. Low life. Okay, I will resume reading. The suspect then displaced a firearm and forced her into the stairwell where he sexually assaulted and raped her at gunpoint, according to the police. The suspect fled the scene. The victim sustained injuries throughout her body but did not initially report the incident, police said. Nearly 1 week later, the woman went to the hospital for the evaluation, where the incident was reported by the police. The suspect described to be about 5'8" tall with a slim build and was last seen wearing a black do-rag. Can't stand no public do-rags. Excuse me. A black hoodie, sweatshirt, a white t-shirt, blue jeans, black sneakers, and was carrying a black and red plastic mask. You're trifling low life. Police released surveillance footage of the suspect, hoping that someone will help identify him. Okay, I'm going to show a clip. It's a very brief clip, everybody.
Oh, this
This low life,
I'm trying to use nice words here.
No, you're not nice for them. We don't give them respect.
This
Nothing.
degenerate
Okay, go on.
sat there and took a 70-year-old woman against her will
Yes.
for rape.
Raped her right there in the staircase.
Wrapped, or that's what Pix 11 says, wrapped. They spelled it wrong, but it's this society is at an all-time low. This man can't even pay a woman for services. He has to go out there. He's so weak, so pathetic. His
pathetic bum.
He has the most watered down game on the planet, and the most demented mindset. To go out there and rape somebody's mama, somebody's grandmama, somebody's great grandmother.
How could you do something like that? This is another situation, Jack. Mama and daddy laid down and made a piece of crap, and they had Satan's child. This is Satan Jr. right there.
Well, Satan might try to rape this mama, as far as we know.
Yeah, probably would. People like that, they don't care. All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the clip of this little low life, okay? All right, Jack, you with me? Let's show the clip of this low life. I'm trying not to hold y'all for long, but I got a lot of things to talk about. So just bear with me. Bear with me. I got the right one. Ready? I'm going to show it now. See that? Raped her, walked out like it's nothing. Look
I
at
don't
him.
see it. I think you got the overlay on it.
Oh, flip. Okay, I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, shoot. Can I?
You can take the overlay off.
Okay. The overlay. I apologize, everyone. Oh, because you see this low life right here. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'll show it. I apologize, everyone. See low life pants down. You see how he pulled the gun out of his pants? Saw that, Jack? You saw that? See this piece of crap? Saw the low life? Oh, I hope they get you and beat the crap out of you in jail.
No, you get caught doing stuff like that. You get stabbed on the yard.
Look. Look, wait a minute. You see right there? You see this, Jack? How he pulls it out of his pants? You see that? He's pulling the gun out of his pants, ladies and gentlemen. You see that? See what this piece of crap doing? Look. Look at that. Look at that. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. And God's gonna get you even worse. Mm.
There's no
Okay.
words for that. There really that is extremely disturbing. There is
Yeah.
no excuse, none whatsoever, no justification for what he has done. I think in situations like this, I think the death penalty is very necessary when convicted.
Well, you know how I feel about death penalty. I want them to live and suffer for a long time. I just want to get his butt whooped every day. I want somebody to pistol whip him every day in jailhouse.
And
And you know what?
he might enjoy that. He might
Mhm.
enjoy that. That's why I'm saying the death penalty will set an example, because instead of waiting 20, 30 years then kill him, just have a public execution or something. I mean, just because why you think China has less crime? I mean, their methods of execution lets everyone know you do this will happen to you.
You know what would be good? It would be good for him, Jack. How about this? You get like a whole bunch, like every week, you get like about 15 senior citizens, right? And give them a pistol and they can pistol whip him for an hour. You know what I mean? Like every week, it'd be a new group of people could come in there that's 70 and over, senior citizens that could just pistol whip him. I
Oh,
think
he'll
that
be
would be
dead by then. He'll be dead by then. I mean, you just one good hit over the head with a pistol will kill you.
good. I know, Jack. I know. All
Well,
right, Jack. I'm gonna look at these comments real quick before we go into crime story number 3. And this one is going to be a sad one. It might be a little bit too much for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, because this is dealing with a little angel. Okay, so if you want to leave, I understand completely. You can exit. I completely understand. All right, and not everything's not for everybody. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let me see. Hit. Okay. Looking at the comments. DOD. Good evening. Good evening. What was there a motive? DOD. What story? Talking about crime story number 1. And the motive, nobody really knows, but we think it's most likely dealing with jealousy, um, or maybe a man in a picture, something like that. So nobody clearly knows the answer to that one. If that's the question you're talking about. Hey, old school Patricia. All right, what does Harold say? Did she go to jail for that? I believe she's still on the loose. They still looking for her, Harold. Mm. Okay, trying to go through these comments real quick. I love you more, Diamond Diva. I love you. I love you. Diamond Diva and I've been rocking for years. Years. Okay. I think I got everybody here. Their comments. Okay. Okay, Ronnie said something. Ronnie Girls World. Okay, welcome, Ronnie. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. WW. Okay, when I lived in the Bronx, okay, we got a story here. When I lived in the Bronx 10 years ago, the Belmont section was a nice area. Damn. I live in a beautiful house in Belmont. I'm so glad I left. Wow. Thank you for sharing that and welcome over here. Thank you for sharing that. And I think I did hear about that too. It's a really nice area too. Okay. The Bronx and Brooklyn is so bad. Oh, I'm telling you, these in the city it's just insane. And you're right, the Bronx and Brooklyn is just, whoo, you have to be careful. You have to in the city. I agree with you. Okay, let me see. Annie, let me see my girl. People have no lives. Yep, there's a lot of people I just walk around with no lives, Harold. Not at all. Bunch of low lives. He ran. Oh yeah, he ran off like he wasn't part of that and had something to do with that too. So sad. Okay. Yep, it is sick. It is sick, right, DLD? It's really sick to see when these men out here, these trifling men out here abusing women, sexually abusing them, taking advantage of them, manipulating them, using them for their sick, twisted needs and putting their hands on. I can't stand men like this, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't stand it. And that goes vice versa for women too, because y'all women need to keep your hands off of these men too. But I can't stand these low lives. And I do talk about them on my channel. Yes, I do. I will put them on blast. Okay, let me see. What else Ronnie's saying over here? Ronnie's girl world. I moved to Texas. It's so peaceful here. You go, girl. Do I see my girl BG up in here? Hugs and kisses. Why they report this and refuse the name of the suspect? You know what? I be wanting to know that too, BG, because I be thinking, is it me? I can't find the names, but they just don't seem to want to put the names down. I don't
It's the
know.
mainstream news media, and the sad part is they'll protect the suspect, but then will blast the victim. They won't
Oh,
protect
I'm
the
sorry, Miss
victim,
Somebody.
they would
Oh,
shield the suspect, but they won't show the victim any level of protection.
mhm. And on Welcome Fire Signs Aries. Hello, wow, the title brought me here. Well, welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. Okay, and I think I caught up with the comms. Let's get to comms number three. I will repeat. Okay, this might be too much for people. We're dealing with a child now. So if you don't want to be here, if you want to leave, I completely understand. Let me change the banner here. You see the title: 19-month-old boy mauled to death by a family dog in Brooklyn. Hmm. Okay, are you ready, Jack?
I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna get into this one. Oh gosh, this is a very emotional day for me with this. This is insane. Okay, we're gonna get into crime story number three. 19-month-old boy mauled to death by a family dog. Okay, I don't have an article. I'm just gonna be showing you a video. Okay, and I repeat, if you would like to leave, I completely understand. Everything I'm doing here is fair use, educational purpose only. Let me share this. Wait a minute. Excuse me, everybody, with the sharing the screen. Share the screen. Mm, where are we? Okay, I'm getting ready to play it right now. Like I said, if you would like to leave, I completely understand. playing it right now.
To some of the other news of the night, a tragic story in Brooklyn. A 19-month-old child mauled to death by the family dog, a Rottweiler, that went on the attack as his young brothers watched helplessly. The boy's father gone, off to work, leaving the toddler home in the care of his siblings. Eyewitness News reporter Naveen Dhaliwal is live in Flatbush. And Naveen, this isn't the first time the dog has been aggressive. No, Sade, actually about 2 years ago, the dog bit one of the siblings of that little boy. And, here today, there's a small memorial growing. You can see for Ryan Francis Foster. He and his siblings were in the care of his father, who went to work, leaving the kids at home with that Rottweiler. That one decision now costing a life. He was just 9
Look at the angel.
Ryan Francis Foster was at his grandparents' apartment last night. His father making that life-changing decision to leave him and his older brothers, ages 9 and 11, alone at home with the family dog. That dog turning on little Ryan.
He was mauled and attacked by a family dog. It was a Rottweiler.
The older brother summoned for help. In this surveillance video, police officers rushed inside to find the little boy bleeding heavily with multiple wounds to his body.
It's a terrible situation for them and certainly for the family that's affected by this tragedy.
As the ambulance pulled up, officers could be seen rushing Ryan right into it. His injuries grave. That dog seen being taken away in a crate to animal care and control.
I'm fighting back tears right now because, I had children and grandchildren and great-grandson.
His death is striking a chord with those living here. Today, neighbors making this makeshift memorial, remembering this little boy, a life lost too young, while police getting ready to charge his father. And many are simply wondering this.
To hear that somebody just left children in the house with a dog. It's unbelievable.
That's neglect, Never leave the kids alone at home.
Yeah, this shouldn't happen.
And all three boys were with the father as part of his scheduled visitation. Again, charges are pending against that father. Well,
that's just ridiculous. That shouldn't.
Shouldn't
happen.
So, I say a number of people. I wouldn't say some. I say a number of people who are going to have more overprotective pets should not own them because a lot of them don't know how to train them properly, and they don't have the resources or the money to train that dog properly to guard the children instead of attack the children.
Well said.
And people say, "Oh, these type of dogs are mean." Any dog can be mean. Don't get me wrong. Let's get this straight. Any pet can be.
Correct.
The Dalmatian is the most aggressive one. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't know, but Dalmatians are more aggressive than any other dog.
Oh, I didn't know that, Jack.
Really?
Really?
They got the meanest bite. Bite of all. But it's the fact that people don't know how to. When you get a pet, that's like another child. That's not somebody you can just let alone and just let it be and play with it a little bit. No, you need to train that pet consistently, nonstop. It's like a kid. You gotta be on it. Because the only thing dogs will understand is discipline. If you don't provide any discipline, then that dog's gonna get out of control, especially pit bulls, especially Rottweilers, Dalmatians, Doberman Pinschers, Chow Chows, Akitas, Agro Agustos, which is another form of a Argentinian pit bull. Those type of dogs will get out of hand if you don't train them, and if you don't discipline them, and you don't stay on them, be consistent with them, they don't obey, then it's gonna get out of hand. It's gonna get out of control before you know it. That's one thing dogs actually respect, especially those type of dogs, is discipline and obedience. And that's why some people who have the resources would have their dog go to a training school to where their dog will be well disciplined when they have children around. to where you won't have any of those incidents occur. So you got to blame it on the owner completely. When it comes to that incident, you got to blame the owner, because they did say the dog has had a history of aggressive behavior.
I agree, Patricia. Hmm. Yeah, they said that. They said because the dog had attacked, I guess, another one of their children. So why was the dog around this child like that? That's ridiculous.
Hmm.
And in some cases, Jack, so many people put these darn pets before their own children.
Actually, I think, and I might be going a little bit extreme with this. I think when someone gets ready to purchase a dog, they need to have an interview with the owner, with the potential owners, to see if they're psychologically stable, to see that they are responsible, that they have the necessary resources needed to maintain and keep up with the dog,
Captain.
and make sure that the dog doesn't get out of hand. And and like the OD said, he's probably right. He wanted the dog to be mean and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take too much for a Wawa to be a mean and aggressive. It doesn't take a whole lot.
It really
Like I
doesn't.
said, if you discipline it well, it becomes the best dog. If you don't discipline it at all, it will be out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And people like to blame the dog because it's mean, this and that. Look, I say the only time you're gonna get a naturally overcrazed, aggressive dog if it's been inbred.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read. It was 2 comments here, Jack. I'm gonna read off real quick before we start talking about NYC. Oh boy. Huh. No jab. No. Well, let me hold that thought there. It was somebody had a comment. Let me read this one. My girl, Diva. She says, "I know the story was okay. Did that one? Maybe I went too far." And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, because I've been doing a lot of commentary this week. So thank you. All right. What did she say here? Ronnie says, I read that one. Oh my gosh, I'm so far. Yeah, that was something that's too. It was something I wanted to read off, but I didn't. Was it this one? He said, yeah. My dad is still in Brooklyn. He told me about that poor baby. Oh, so you heard about it too. Who lives a few months old, leaves a few months old in a house with other little kids. The dog had to bite one of the kids before. Yeah, it's just insane. All right, what did she say? He's not a kid. Maybe he has 20s. He gets a little goatee. Okay, I'm lost on that one. Yep, this is a horrible story. And I think you said that you heard about this story. Okay, if I miss anybody's comment, I'm so sorry. And hugs and kisses to you, Captain. Or Ronnie says something. I have a border collie, and is that like the type of dog? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh gosh, I don't know. And he is the sweetest baby, but I tell my son he has to be constantly disciplined him. He listens to me, but when my 21-year-old is around, he thinks that he doesn't have to listen. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna get into this next story. Jesus, it's just ridiculous, y'all. Just hanging. We almost done. It's way past 45 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap up next 6 minutes. All right, where we at? All right, Jack. We're gonna talk about my governor, Andrew M. Cuomo. Okay, so I'm gonna read something, Jack. And if you want to voice something, go ahead. Let's be a little nice about it, because I like the governor. I know so many people don't. All right, hold on. I'm gonna change here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just give me I can't find this. I'm not even worried about it. Okay, we're going to get into this one here. The New York State Governor Andrew M. Cuomo resigned. Okay, I'm just going to read a little brief article, and we're going to talk about this, the governor. And welcome to New York, everyone. There he goes. All right, New York State landmakers announced Monday that the investigation into the Governor Andrew M. Cuomo will continue days after initially saying that he would be filing his resignation. Carl Hesty, Democrat, the Speaker of the New York State Assembly, and Charles Levine, chairman of the Assembly Judiciary Committee, said in the statement that the committee would issue a final report on the investigation into the sexual harassment claims against the third-term governor. Whether Cuomo used state resources while landing his multi-million-dollar book deal. I believe when he wrote that book, it set off jealousies, haters, okay. And if the data on the nursing home's death has been misleading. The governor alleged actions which could lead to civil suit and criminal charges related to the sexual harassment allegations are also being investigated by at least 5 district attorneys. Under high investigation. 5 district attorneys. Hesty previously said that the Judiciary Committee investigation of Cuomo would be months after the governor leaves office later this month, since its purpose was to determine if Cuomo should remain in office. All right, the governor announced last week that he would resign following a report from the state attorney general, which found that he had sexual harassed 11 women. Oh, Cuomo. Why? But there's a lot of them out there doing that. Okay. Cuomo initially booked calls to resign from friends, allies, and even President Biden, but eventually announced that he would step down from office after reports that New York State landmakers were preparing to start impeachment hearings. So he was getting ready to impeach him. That's when he was like, let me go resign. Okay. The taxpayers paid for the investigation, and I think that the taxpayers deserve to see what the assembly has found. So he's gone. And all your work. This is the Mason Jack. Last year, he was loved by everybody. And this lady that you see here, she's going to be taking over. She's a lieutenant, so she's going to step place. That'll be the first female governor of New York. But it's amazing last year. Everybody loved him. He was all this, and now.
Yeah, that 1 minute he was God, and then the next minute he's the devil, because they got rid of Trump, so they didn't need him anymore. He was their hero. He was their guy they used to get Trump out of office. And when they did what they wanted to do to that orange man, who's finna go to prison for tax evasion, they felt that Cuomo was no longer needed. They said, well, we made you a hero. We made you a god. We made you God's gift to women, and now your services is no longer needed, and you should resign. And if you don't, we'll uncover all the stuff that we already knew about you, and we held and we hid to protect you to fight against Trump. This is the system. This is how it goes. The ideal masters require of you, and when they get done with you, they throw you away, because, like I said, they'll just like with what's that woman named Cardi B. They know some stuff on her that she did in the past that's considered criminal, that she can go to prison for, but they hold that information until either she runs her mouth or her services no longer needed, then they'll send all that information they had against her for years to the media, and then she'll be ruined. Cosby the same way. They knew this guy been assaulting women for years. They knew this. They knew about that for years.
Yeah, because you know what, Jack, it just doesn't make sense. All of these women just popping up like this.
Mm-hmm. They held the information just like they did Cosby. They held the information those years, and then when Bill Cosby had the galls to try to buy NBC for the 5th time and had the money and the investors to buy out NBC, they're like, no, this is time for you to face the wrath. And all of a sudden, 72 women came out and said, "Yep, he raped me." And they put him in prison, which, of course, they messed up because they couldn't prosecute him because they had a deal to where they wouldn't prosecute him if he told in the deposition what happened to Angela Constant. And they did anyway, so that's why he's out, because of that fact that he should have never been prosecuted because the deal was already made beforehand.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna miss you, Cuomo, because I think you've done a lot of great things for New York. I have to say, you really looked out for the middle class. You looked out for the poor. I mean, there's no perfect politician out here. We gotta admit it. You know what I mean? They all got a little crooks. They all think about themselves, but he did, and he did do, handle this whole blank very well. I think that nursing home. I don't know everything what happened, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna move on to this one here. Let's get into this one, de Blasio. I think you done lost your mind, honey. So we're gonna talk about you. I really think you done lost your mind. Yep. What is up with this? New York City. No jab, no fun? Are you kidding me? You have completely lost your mind. Okay? I thought we started off with 70% of such and such get jabs. Leave alone. But no. I think we accomplished that. Now you're like, well, if you don't do blank, you can't do blank. And I think it's wrong. Now, some other people might disagree with me or whatever. But I feel people have the right to do whatever they want to do. Okay? And especially when it's dealing with their bodies.
He's finna be out of office anyway.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
and that's why I think
the guy he's a nobody. The only credibility he has is he's married to a Jamaican woman. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's just mad because nobody likes him right now. They don't like him, and he can't run again, and they don't even want him as a governor because I think he was trying to run for governor. So he's mad. So now he's trying to punish everybody. Evil. It's not right. And I actually did like you at first from New York City. I thought you were
can say no jab, no fun all he want, but the police, they'll be up to the cops if they want to enforce that. And most of the police departments ain't gonna enforce that crap.
All right. Well, I'm gonna read this quick article, and everybody, I'm gonna be talking in codes, and so be careful what you're writing in the comment section, okay? So just be careful what you write in the comment section. So I'll just read this a little bit. What's happening in New York? New York City will require blank for entry of restaurants and gyms. I love going to the gym. I like going out. I'm a social bug. I go out. Okay? This is ridiculous. And there's a lot of other people that's the same way too. Okay, let's see how. I'm going to try to read this in riddles. New York City will require proof of blank to enter all restaurants, fitness centers, and indoor entertainments. This is what the mayor announced in NYC. Y'all people in NYC, it's going to be a madhouse. God bless y'all. If you're not jabbed, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in many things. So you enjoy that, huh? You enjoy that, Mayor? You're going to do that to your people over at NYC? They already losing their mind in New York City, Mr. Mayor.
How about him working on the crime problem over there instead of worrying about people getting jabbed?
I lost that article, but he talked about how much the crime went down. Sorry, honey, it didn't happen. Because what I'm reading, it's crazy in New York City. Okay, let me finish. The policy will take effect over the next few weeks. The city move comes on a business across such and such. Let me just go past this one. Okay, Broadway theaters. I love Broadway. Broadway's beautiful. Going to a nice play, going on a date. God takes you over to a Broadway play. It's beautiful. No jab, no play. You got to be kidding me. Already had announced that you have to have a jab to enter, and you have to show proof of your jab. And New York City alone and isn't alone with the jab. Countries in Europe has rolled out incentives the same way, money, blah blah blah, football games, stadiums. They just doing everything they can to get you to go and do it. Why don't you answer some questions that a lot of people have? So maybe then people feel more comfortable about doing it. But it's whatever people want to do. It's your body, what you want to do, but nobody should be forced. I don't think I have to be any more of this. I think everybody just basically to sum it up, no jab, no fun, he's basically saying. And if anybody heard the little slick comment that Arnold Schwarzenegger said, anybody heard about that little slick comment he said? Jack, did you hear about Arnold Schwarzenegger? He said some smart ass comment.
What's the nigger? I mean nigger. I mean,
Let's be nice. Let's be nice.
I'm sorry. It's slip. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all right.
It sounded so too close.
All right. Did you hear about that? He said something.
No, I haven't heard about.
Yeah, some little slick comment like, well, it was kind of like, if you don't get it, you're evil. It was just something like he just putting down people that don't get it, and you shouldn't be allowed to be on this earth. That kind of thing. I don't remember the exact words, so don't quote me. You just gotta look it up. But it was something really evil. I'm so glad he's not the governor no more over there in that state, because if he feels that way, Lord have mercy. But there are other states we're hearing that's doing the same thing. No jab, no fun. All right,
they needs to be worrying about that crime rate up in New York City instead of worrying about somebody getting jabbed.
Yeah, he claimed it was some summer program that he's supposed to, and the crime went down in the city. And you see, I'm reporting.
I ain't going down my eye.
Yeah, it's not happening. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, everyone.
Maybe down within the 1,000-foot radius of his mansion. That's maybe crime where maybe down at, but anything outside of that, crime is consistent. All these crime stories you bring, and he said crime is down. You kidding me?
She said she's ready. She's ready. Okay.
The guy's a schmo.
And I think, let's go back to Cuomo. I think they were scared that they messed with him. They were scared he was going to run for president. Because remember, a lot of people say 2024, Cuomo running for president, right?
They just used him. They used him. They already had the dirt on him. They knew about him. They covered for him, and of course, his brother Fredo covered for him too.
Excuse me, Jack. So 12, are you saying Adams agree with what the mayor's doing? No jab, no fun? Is that what you're saying? Put a yes or no in the chat. Well, I'll be darned. I'm sorry, Jack. Go on.
Well, like I said, it's they used him for a purpose, and that's how the game goes. They only let who they let in presidency. Trump was a wild card. He doesn't have any bloodline of presidents in that sort of manner. He was just a wild card that no one never thought he was able to get in. But he was an anomaly. He was able to slip in, and they kind of let it go because they thought, well, when he gets in, we can control him because we got so much dirt on him, which he doesn't care. Actually, this obvious he doesn't give a rat's behind about his dirt. That's what made the ideal masters more infuriated with him. Because I didn't care. He doubled down. And, now he's paying the price. He's finna go to prison for tax evasion. No one gets out of tax evasion. It's a 99% conviction rate on RICO statute when it comes to tax evasion. That's how they was able to get Al Capone. They couldn't get him on any other crimes except for tax evasion. every crime he got faced of, he beat it.
Wow.
But the one thing, ask Wesley Snipes, he couldn't get away with tax evasion. Got away with everything else.
Oh,
But
yes, right.
when it comes to that tax evasion, they'll get you.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. That's everything for the night. So thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. And fun night Thursday, Q&A questions on dating and relationships. So if you're welcome to come Thursday, or if not, you can watch a replay. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. So thank you everyone for coming tonight, and may you have yourself a blessed night. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Keep your hands washed. Keep distance and stuff. And hey, it is what it is. We are living in a new world, and it seems like we're just losing our freedom now. People are telling us what to do and how to do it and when to do it.
We already lost our freedom. We just don't know it.
You're right. And I never thought something
you
like
get thrown in prison. You get thrown in prison like that. What's that brother named Khalif? The brother that got thrown in Rikers for 3 years without trial or charge.
Oh, I remember
That
that
shows you
story.
you're not free anymore.
I remember that story. Oh, Jack, you pulling up something.
And why hasn't no one talked about that, or anybody in the political arena has addressed that fact that this young man was 16 years old, got snatched up by the crooked NYPD, one of the most corrupt police departments on the planet. I asked Frank Scipico, and threw him in Rikers for 3.5 years with no charges, no nothing. They just felt like, hey, we just need somebody in here to be a slave for 3.5 years.
Sick.
And then he committed suicide because of all the stuff he had to go through Rikers, through all the abuse and all kind of God knows what he had to go through in there. Rikers.
Jack, I want you to I'm gonna end another one, a moment of silence for Haiti. Do you know what the everybody, let me pause this here. I'm gonna have a moment of silence for Haiti because this is ridiculous. Jack, do you happen to know what the update is on the death count?
Well, now they say the earthquake has affected 1.2 million people, and that includes 540,000 children that's been impacted by this earthquake. And that's according to UNICEF. So there's still, about 2,000 has died. The death toll has reached 2,000. And 1 million of them are affected by the earthquake. And the United States, France, and Canada and Great Britain need to bring these people in here because they're what you consider displaced, and they deserve amnesty in these predicament, this very unusual predicament situation. So there's a lot of death that's associated with it. There's like over 9,000 people been injured, and 2,000 is dead, and 1.2 million people have been impacted by the disaster.
Okay. That's the update. We're gonna have a moment of silence. And thank you everyone except for coming here. Thank you for Mars holding it down. And thank you, Jack, for co-hosting and stuff. And thank you everyone. Have yourselves a blessed night. Prayers to Haiti.